Welcome to another WFZ audio commentary. Today we're going to be watching a best of 3 for iFeng Cup played recently. Maybe last week, I think. This is somewhat on the older side, but not that old. It might have been last week, but it's somewhat recent. I don't know if we've seen this one or not, I'll be honest. I don't think we have. If I've possibly cast this over before, then I'm an idiot. But I don't think so. So let's just watch and enjoy. I think it'll become quite obvious if we have. Probably. Anyway, so let's introduce our players because they're obviously highly good players. Oh, let's move that. Might have been a bit of a spike there. Don't worry about that. Let's introduce our red undead, who is spawning in on Turtle Rock in the upper 11 o'clock position. It's the upper left, but they're both upper left. So the 11 o'clock position on Turtle Rock. It is the red undead. It is WFZ. And his opponent spawning in at the 9 o'clock position. It's the orange undead. None other than Jupiter. He is actually a very good orc player. Haven't seen a lot of games from him recently though, but he is good, and I'm glad to see him playing again. So I don't know if he ever quit or if it was just because I wasn't paying enough attention, but I haven't seen him play recently, so I'm excited about that. Always one of my favorite undeads, or rather favorite orcs in the past. I'll say 2 years. Really like his play. I like his play style. And WFZ, now this is a close spawn on Turtle Rock, which I will say has its pros and cons for both the undead and the orc. The undead could have a very incredibly powerful tower push at tier 2 or tier 1 even. We've seen that before. Fury popularized a very incredibly powerful tier 1 tower push when it's close spawn on this map. Long ago. Long ago. He obviously hasn't played in forever, but it's still good. It's still good to this day. I don't know that anyone does it anymore, but you know, we could see it, maybe, if that's what WFZ feels like doing. Blade Master going to come down here and creep this Ogre Magi for the item and the ward. Obviously, two very good things. Meanwhile, he's going to just do a bit of scouting with the Grunt. And it's obviously going to be some kind of shop in the base. Yep, because he's going to take a lot of damage on this. And he's going to have to heal up very quickly. Did pick up the Circlet already, though. Always good to start the creep by selling your TP and picking up the creep or the Circlet, because that allows you to happen to have more HP and armor and damage. All these things are good. All these things are very good. You're gonna see the undead just going right over here for this ogre camp. This ogre camp right here. Just good place to start creeping. Sometimes you see players go for this green camp first. And it's okay to do that. But this is not as much XP as the orange one, and you know you're gonna have a Blade Master come over here and harass here in just a little bit, so you may as well go for one, the creep camp that's further away from the orc's base, so which will take them a little bit longer to get there, and two, what's going to give you more XP, and what's going to be a little bit easier for you to deal with if you are creep jacked on. That would actually be this one, but if you have a little bit of time to kill some stuff, so it's always good to do this, and you're more likely to get creep jacked on this one. I don't know if you're following that logic. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm tired. It's late. I don't know. But screw it. I said it. I did it. I did say it. Let's just enjoy the game. Yeah. It's still not tech yet. Obviously, you want to delay your tech a lot of the times if you're going to go for a 3 Fiend or 4 Fiend tech. So this is a 3 Fiend tech. It's really common we're seeing this 3 Fiend tech out of WFZ. He really likes it. 3 Fiend tech within the third goal. I don't think it's a bad tech at all. It gives you plenty of early power. And you know, I don't think it gives you enough early power. I like 4 Fiend tech better, but obviously WFZ incredibly good. Playing really well recently too. He recently won the 11-11 Chinese Tournament Cup, and he got placed on, I think, second in there was whatever that Chinese best players in the world ranking list is. So he's right now like placed second, just right behind Infi, which is kind of a weird. It's a very strange ranking, but. Thu and then Yumiko are 3rd and 4th on that. Jupiter, not quite up there. I don't know where Jupiter would be. I don't know if he's been active enough to get placed right now.
A town is under siege.
Is he doing anything crazy? No. Of course, that 11-11 tournament was like a month ago? 2 months ago? 2 months ago. Just under 2 months ago. So somewhat recently, but not too long ago. Fiend just kind of being chased. Just chilling out. One fiend over here trying to avoid being surrounded. Managing to do it, but just barely. Just barely managing to do it. There you go. Get out of there, boy. This Blade Master just chasing the fiend down. Sam, let's chase him down until he gets to the ground. Lots of fiends coming up. This could be a tier 2 tower push. Generally, with tier 2 tower pushes, you see a lot of fiends. Like, a lot of fiends. And WFZ has been favoring tower pushes recently, so we'll see. 5. Oh, he's not making another one? If it was only 5, then never mind, but still. I guess, did he cancel it? He might have canceled it. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Blade Master chilling out. He's in Windwalk. He wants to break, obviously, at least to get the 40 damage. 40 extra damage onto one of those guys. Being nice and wonderful about that. My middle mouse button started working again tonight. I don't know. It's sometimes like I'll click it and it's like that time it didn't work, but who knows? It's just all it's so weird. Burrow's being researched. Lich is coming out. Shadow Hunter as our second hero here. Spirit Lodge. A little bit of scouting coming around, just saying, is he got his heroes? He's got his heroes. He knows he's got his heroes. He doesn't know he has his heroes. He didn't see anything with that skeleton scout. Didn't see nothing. Warmill going down by the orc player. A little bit preemptive. I think that's just because he knows that there's a chance he's going to need to put up a tower to deal with a tower push if that's what happens. So very good to have that. It's good timing for that. And that's always one of the things you could definitely reliably get. And if he's going, and since he is going for the tier 3 play, the lumber mill, the war mill, as it turns out, actually quite useful anyway, because you can get some nice upgrades if you want attack upgrades or defense upgrades. I think attack upgrades are a little bit better versus undead, mainly for the simple reason that undeads get a lot of their damage output coming from the fact that they nuke people down. Although armor does have some benefits too. Obviously, it affects more units because you only have one armor tier upgrade as an orc, and also it kind of negates the orb, which is good. So these are good things. But it is a tower push. It is a tower push indeed. And it's just coming at really a good time because the Shadow Hunter just took a lot of damage. He needs to use that solo on himself. There he is. But here comes this push. He's going to immediately focus the shop down. Now, had he known that this was close spawn when he put that shop down, and maybe he did, maybe he would have considered putting it over here. That might not have been. Or over here, somewhere a little bit further away than where the tower push would have hit. Acolyte going to take a Frost Shield pretty much immediately. It's a good idea. Blade Master kind of running away. He's half-life. Actually, he's lower than half-life. And Spirit Link is out. Now, Spirit Link's out. We got a nice wall of peons right here. This is potentially interesting and potentially very bad for the undead, depending on how well this goes. His Death Knight is only level 2, so he only has level 1 coil. He just popped a potion of mana, and he does have a statue out. We're going to see quite a few of these Frost Armors going down. Level 3 on the Blade Master, level 2 on the Shadow Hunter, and the Lich still at level 1 with 215 mana left, so that's plenty of Frost Armors to be cast. The Ziggurat could end up in a bit of trouble, but it doesn't really matter because another one's going to go down. We have a Speed Scroll as this Orc starts to run away. The Voodoo Lounge is going to get taken down one more time. So this fight is going really unfortunate for the Orc. He's not really killing a lot of stuff. He's killed a couple units, but there's just so many undead units right now. And also, without this shop, he doesn't have any way to buy any more regeneration. Spirit Link is nice, and the Acolyte, for some reason, came really far away from that Blight, but he could always go back over there in just a second. We're going to see that Raider. It's going to go down. This Blade Master could be in a bit of trouble. The Acolyte finally was killed, but at this point, I don't think he even needs the towers to really have the staying power. He's going to have that shop being built right back in the back again, but there's so many skeletons right now. I mean, that's a lot of skeletons, and we don't have Disenchant researched yet, so the Orc can't really do anything about it. We're going to kind of run by at basically 400 life, try to get in there. Blade Master has to be very careful right now. He could easily die to a coil and then a smack. Oh well. Just kind of got in a bad spot there with those skeletons. GG is going to be called. And that was game number 1 for our iFeng Cup. Best of 3 between these two players. I don't know. That seemed a little anticlimactic, but maybe it's just because I'm tired. I don't know, but that was game number 1. If you're on YouTube, we'll be checking out game number 2 here in about just a couple seconds. If you're on Twitch, we're going to load up the second game, and we'll go right into it. So stay tuned for more. Welcome to another Warcraft the Audio Commentary. Today, guys, we're going to be watching a best of 3 for the iFeng Cup between two of our very good players. Let's introduce our Teal Orc, who is spawning in on the lower right side of the map. It is Jupiter. Very good on board. Very good Orc player. And his opponent on the map Terranistan, going to be the Red Undead. It is WFZ. Obviously one of the very good players, very best players still playing today is WFZ. His opponent, though, no chump. His opponent is absolutely not a chump. In fact, if you called his opponent a chump, then you better watch out, because he might come and get you, because he's not a chump. And chumps don't jump high or something. I don't know. Look, let's just focus on the fact that this is game number 2 for the iFeng Cup. I don't know why, but the weekends, I'm always tired by the end of the night on the weekends. And it is the end of the night. Looks like we have a good old traditional standard Fiends play coming out of WFZ. I'm not gonna have any fast teching here, but this is a good map to have the traditional standard Fiends on, because you have a lot of early creeping you want. You want to creep out this green camp very quickly, this orange camp, and then this green camp. If you do that, you get level 3. If you do that and you don't get jacked, if you get the creep jacks and they take all your stuff, they get the last hits on some of these big XPs right here on the shop, which is what tends to happen. They'll come in here around the time that you're killing the Sasquatch. Then, you know, that can be bad. What I would like to see is what happens if you kill this camp right here, and then you go into this camp. Yeah, and then you kill this camp. And then you kill this camp. Yeah. But I don't know how feasible that would be, because you'd probably take more damage doing it that way, and you don't want to take damage. And also when the orc comes, you know, who knows what's gonna happen? You know, because it could be the orc who creeps level 3 and then comes, in which case you're pretty much good to just keep all of that in the normal standard order, which is wizards, laboratory, shop, and then whatever these little null dudes are, kobolds. And we might be seeing that. But we won't know for a second, because you pretty much always creep. If you go to creep level 2, in my opinion, you should pretty much always creep to level 3. But that's my opinion. Some orcs obviously disagree. This orc, obviously one of them. Picking up some nice salves and salving himself as he runs across the map. Okay, alright, fair enough. I don't know what he's doing. I've not seen WFC ever do this before. Actually, I've never seen anyone do this before. But fair enough. He's just going to go ahead and creep the shop after creeping the wizards. After all of that talk about doing things standard, he's like, yo, I'm WFC for a reason. And he is indeed WFC for a reason. We have a grunt here just kind of getting some scout information. This grunt does 2 things. 1, it makes your opponent think, oh, there's a Blade Master here. In fact, there's not a Blade Master here. And 2, it adds some tension to what the undead's doing, so they may make a little bit of more mistakes. And you don't need that grunt over here to creep this out, so you may as well do that. And his opponent has absolutely no idea that the Blade Master's not here. He knows that, I mean, in the sense that he's not within, like, right here, but he doesn't know that the Blade Master's not coming here. The grunt keeps showing him, like, I'm going to come in with my Blade Master, I'm going to attack, but then no attack comes. So, here comes that Blade Master now. Level 2.5. Did he pick up that item? I don't think he did. No. Maybe. I don't know. Chase down the grunt, or rather chase down the fiend. Not level 2, well, not level 3 on the Death Knight yet, because obviously he's not had time to creep everything out. He would like to kill this with that skeleton if he could. At least he'd like to get the last hit. Oh, and it's going to be an expansion attempt, a very early one. And WFZ is going to pretty much immediately figure that out. He's like, okay, I've seen the items that the Blade Master has. I've seen the really weird play Blade Master's done. Let's look to see if he's scrubbed this. He has scrubbed this. Oh, wow, he's putting down an expansion, and he's teching. How insane is that? And WFZ, still not teching. He's just massing up fiends right now. He's got 5 and a 6th one coming out on this here crypt. He's gonna get a Nerubian Tower. He doesn't really have to worry too much here, because I mean, he can just repair these ziggurats, and there's nothing that can be done about that. He might lose his shop here, but I don't think he cares too much. Trading a shop for an expansion attempt is generally an okay trade.
Forces are under attack.
It's not really a big deal. In fact, if that's all that the Orc's going to do, well, he's also going to go for the Crypt. You know, fair enough. The thing about the Crypt, you do want that probably, but he's got a lot of units out already. And if you look at his supplies at 32 out of 40, even if he loses this Crypt, which he might, you know, he might, if he can kill some stuff over here, it's probably worth it. Gonna bring out some of these Acolyte micros. Just trying to buy time, I think, for this goal at this point. And he's got plenty of time. Come in here, go for the burrows. Yeah, burrows. Okay, burrows. Shadowhunter, about a little through halfway out. Probably gonna. There's no TP on this orc at all. And so this comes down to base race. The fact of the matter is these acolytes can repair for free, pretty much. So it's, and he can put some towers up. He's doing that right now, in fact. And he doesn't really have to worry about this Halls of the Dead dying. It's gonna be really difficult for the orc player to kill that, I think. So, because even if it gets low enough that it's actually a threat, then he can just TP home after he's killed all the burrows, and he's killed quite a few of these peons probably, which just completely screws up his opponent's economy. Just seeing some really nice micro over here. I say that, you know, and then we watch that happen. But nonetheless, did that bought time to repair. Obviously, he has to be really careful not to lose any more of these goals because he doesn't have another crypt. But as long as he's careful here, he should be fine. One grunt has gone down. And I see a tomb of shops, tombie going up. And the undead, he's not really worried about the fact there are peons alive. He's just saying, well, you're not going to get anything else done here. And even though the shop's gonna get canceled here, I like how confident WFZ is. He's done this and he didn't even put up a second spirit tower. So there's plenty of peons, but they're not getting any gold. There's absolutely no income. Level 3 now picked up on the Death Knight here, and he's gonna just coil the Shadowhunter. He may as well, and just force it away. Just kill plenty of these peons. This is not good for the orc player. But he didn't have a TP, and he was really hoping that WFZ would TP home, and WFZ said, I'm just not going to TP home. You can just kill my base. I don't care. I'll just kill yours, and I think I'll be better because I have a bigger early game army than you do. And that seems to have pretty much worked out for him. I don't see him possibly losing this fight. Shadowhunter's dead. These grunts are pretty much dead. This Blade Master is not going to do a lot to this Death Knight. It's got 225 mana. GG's going to be called. Well... We had a great selection of games tonight. Woo! Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. I don't know. Fun games all around, though. Good players playing, anyway. Bit of a strange thing. Bit of an odd night. Sunday nights, I'm just a bit out of it, I think. I think that's what it is. But fair enough. As always, thanks for watching. And it's weird. I don't know. We'll see you next time. Goodbye! Fuck, I don't know.